This thing right here, this is the reason why working with silicone is such a massive pain. That's what it looked like. When you go for bigger spots like this one right here, then the sculpting comes in really handy. And a cool thing about it is, as you can see, there is a little gap in here. But after the sculpting, you know, this gap vanishes. So I think you get a really good seal. After the tapping, when you're done with the tapping, you can actually get your finger really wet and then you can wipe it. And this will actually remove the fingerprints. It becomes fairly shiny. This is amazing.
Initiating. Welcome back to my daily grind. Create yourself is what you'll find me doing every day and every night. No time to lose. One day, one step in the right direction. I'm Chris and I'm only here to show you if I can do it, you can do it too.
Welcome back to the vlog. It is Monday, another day, another chance to push hard. And the topic for this vlog is a silicone joint life hack. So let's get it. By the way, all the home improvement, no, actually, life hacks and tutorial vlogs right freaking here. Watch them all. But before we get started, love goes out to all my subscribers. Thank you for making my life special and worth living to the max. So let me try to give back with a sweet video. So I'm here in my looksmaxing base, which needs more work, obviously, because, you know, stuff like that. I will talk about this accident right in my next vlog. You can check it out right here if you're interested. And as you can see, I invested a lot of my, well, you probably can't see it at all, but I invested a lot of work. I removed this vent because it's not doing a thing at all. And then I painted everything in white. It's looking so much better now. And then I also worked on the position of this lamp, of my DIY lamp. You can check out the project right here if you're interested, if you want to recreate the build. I also covered up these holes right here. You can still see them just a bit, so that's not perfect yet, but that's a project for another day. And the positioning isn't perfect, it's still not perfect. Freaking OCD. And in my next vlog I will remove this freaking mirror. So stupid. I also sealed these gaps. Turned out pretty cool, and this actually inspired, well, this vlog. Yeah, let's get to the main problem for this vlog, because this freaking shit shower is leaking really bad. That's ridiculous. There's one hole right here. And then here we have the major leak. Where is it coming from? What the hell? And this is the path that it takes right into this freaking heater, basically. This shitty freaking overpriced flat. I can't believe it, literally. It is so bad. Everything. Like, who does that? It's just so bad. I already did this seam, this joint right here, silicone as well. And since I did that, it got even worse. Because I think the water enters somewhere like right here, I don't know. I tried my best to fill everything, but it's still happening. It's entering somewhere in these edges, and then it's just traveling inside this aluminum structure, and then it's like coming out right here and over there and whatever. And I also already tried my best to clean these walls. I think it's good enough. Now the plan for this vlog is to do a joint right here, a nice seam. And if you ever handle silicone and tried it, you will know that this is a major pain in the butt. It is so freaking stupid. And in this vlog I will give you a life hack. And again, this thing sparked the idea because when I was done with it, I just took powder, like the same as cement basically, and then just, you know, took the powder and dabbed it so that I can sculpt it. And this is amazing. And then I remembered, hey, you can actually, when you use soap, like regular soap for your hands or whatever, you can actually do the same thing with silicone, because this thing right here, this is the reason why working with silicone is such a massive pain. It's just so hard to go with constant speed, constant pressure on this handle, constant angle. So this is pretty much bound to happen. And if you try to, you know, you basically can't put it back in place, like you can't freaking sculpt it. Well, you can, but I wasn't aware of this life hack. And when you try, it will stick to your finger or to your towel or to whatever, and it will, you know, then something like this will happen, which is just, it's bad. It's looking like crap, and I obviously don't want this outer seam to look like that. So let's actually remove this section right here, right there, and right there. Now check this out. This part came out without problems, but as you can see there is like a massive gap in here, which is bad, and this is surely the reason why it's a leaky shower. Well, that's the first cool thing, that you can just cut out sections of a seam fairly easily, and I just wiped it with a towel. I won't clean it with chemicals, it's just not worth it, but wiping it should be good. Now, before getting to the application process, preparation is key. What I like to do with this needle thingy right here, I like to cut it at a 45-degree angle, pretty much the size of the seam that I want. So this seam size is a result of this cut right here. And you know, prepare the edges. As I said, I just wiped it, and it also needs to be 100% dry. So yeah, let's do this thing first, and then I will show you the sculpting process, and then we'll go for the large one. Oh my god. Oh god, this one turned out really bad. No, this is bad. Let's see what we can do with this one, with this amazingly ugly seam. So, this is just regular shower gel right here. Just a bit. And now, just dab your finger in it, and then you're good to go to touch the silicone. And it won't stick to your finger at all. But no, this is just a lost cause. It's another valid tip, in my opinion. If you mess it up, just remove the mistake. If it's as bad as this one, just get rid of it completely and start over again. This one turned out a lot better, so let's try to get this one perfect. Tiny hiccups or mess ups you can definitely sculpt. This time I tried to sculpt everything, and as you can see, you can first of all see my fingerprint a bit, and secondly, it's, you know, it's not looking as good as a clean line, as a clean seam, but it is, you know, it is possible. Let's keep on keeping on. Let's go for the big outer seam, and again, getting it right the first time. That's the skill that you need, basically. So let's hope for the best. Oh my god, this is so hard. Why is it so freaking hard? This is unbelievable. It's not super bad, but I think I can do better. And if you go for a restart, then you better give it a very good wipe, because silicone leftovers are another pain in the butt. And whoever built this shower, like whoever assembled it, put it in here, they didn't wipe the freaking silicone, and it is everywhere. This section was pretty dope. This seam looks way better. There is a problem right here. You know, it's quite okay, but it's definitely not perfect. There is another problem right here. I will try my best to sculpt them now, but I might need to cut them later on and redo the section like I did right here. Yeah, let's try sculpting it. So this is really bad right here. Oh no. Okay, definitely need more water for that. Okay, this is what it looked before. And with a bit of oh my god, it is still such a pain in the butt, it's unbelievable. And with a bit of sculpting, there are tools like little plates which you can use to scrape off the top layer of the silicone and get fairly good results, I guess. But it is such a waste of silicone though. No, it's just not worth it. It's just not freaking worth it. I have to keep that in mind. It's shitty freaking flat, it's not worth it to invest so much freaking energy. Let's get to this thing. So that's what it looked like. It's so hard to say. There are still irregularities, but when you go for bigger spots like this one right here, then the sculpting comes in really handy. In this case, it's hard to say. I decided to go all the way, sculpting all the way, and the cool thing about it is, as you can see, there is a little gap in here, but after the sculpting, you know, this gap vanishes, so that's pretty cool. So I think you get a really good seal if you tap it. Yo, I just learned something amazing. After the tapping, when you're done with the tapping, you can actually get your finger really wet, and then you can wipe it. And this will actually remove the fingerprints. This is awesome. Check this out. Can you see the freaking fingerprints? Probably not, because it's not in focus. But after the wiping, it becomes fairly shiny. This is amazing. But you have to be really careful with that. Okay, so here it is. I'm pretty pissed off, as always, but it's actually looking good, especially when you just stand and have a look. Well, on the video it's probably looking fine. When you take a close-up, then there are obviously spots where it's you know, a bit flawed. Right here, for example, there is silicone missing, obviously. There is a bit too much, like, you know, but what I found out so far, this section right here is looking fairly good. And if you remember, it was fairly wobbly when I did it. So that's another amazing thing that you can do. Just, you know, put on the soap and then just smooth out the unevenness. So I think it's actually a bit better to go with a bit more silicone that you need instead of too less and too fast. So it's better to get a few ripples that you can later smooth out than to, you know, try to get it perfect. That's another interesting insight that I just attained. But all in all, I'm fairly satisfied with the outcome. It's looking way better than this one, for example. Like, what the hell? Crazy. And like this thing, for example, I just can't get rid of it. I have no idea what it is. This is actually so freaking terrible. But anyways, I got rid of this imperfection right here. Well, there is another one. Yeah, let's get rid of this as well, but that's it for this vlog. It's an amazing life hack. Just get a bit of soap on your hands, and then you can smooth out a silicone seam. So yeah, I will keep on working a bit more on my looksmaxing base, because this needs to be flawless for all the future looksmaxing videos. By the way, here is a playlist if you're interested, if you know. But yeah, that's enough progress for this vlog. Smash that like button away. I want to smash the freaking workers who did this. Bang the bell like crap to never miss home improvement vlogs. Check the recent news on ChrisViral.com. And yeah, that's it for today. I will see you tomorrow.